Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Red Door Yoga Mini Sutra series online. It is my pleasure to be here with you again as always. Today I wanted to talk about the 5 kleshas, or the 5 root causes of suffering. Now, according to yoga philosophy, there are 5 root causes to suffering, and quite frankly, the first one, which is avidya, which means ignorance, that first one is actually the cause of the other 4. Okay, so the other 4, it's kind of like unpacking one of those Matryoshka dolls, the Russian nesting dolls. The first one is containing all the rest. Okay, they all kind of stack into one another. You have to deal with the first one, and if you really dealt with that first one, the others wouldn't exist. But the first one, as I mentioned, is ignorance. And what we're really talking about here is you don't know who you are. You don't understand your nature, who you really are. You don't understand your nature, you don't understand the nature of the universe, because they are one and the same. And that actually causes you to suffer. That is the root cause of all of your suffering, not knowing who you are, not understanding the essence of your nature. The second root cause that actually, as I mentioned, occurs because of the first one. Because you don't know who you are, you assume an egoic concept of yourself. And what that means is you assume the idea that you are a separate being from all other things. And that most certainly causes you suffering. If you look at the struggle that human beings have, they're struggling to be an individual, to be special in some way, shape, or form, and at the same time they desperately seek belonging. Even those who are very defiant in the face of others, going, I'm an individual, I don't need to be part of the crowd, I walk alone, whatever it is, you will see that internally there's a desire for acceptance, there's a desire to belong. And that desire is because the mind is at odds with its own nature. You are part of everything else. You are belonging, whether you wanted to or not, right? And so it's because of the second piece, that egoic idea of self, that divisive idea of self, that you are suffering and struggling. So the third one then is attachment to things that you deem pleasant. Who doesn't like stuff that is pleasant? Okay, but it's the attachment to things that you deem pleasant, that you want things to be quote unquote pleasant all the time. The fourth is aversion to things you deem unpleasant, trying to push those things away, not being okay with the fact that some moments will be pleasant and some moments will be unpleasant, and they just are. And the last root cause of suffering is fear of death, or clinging to life. And basically it boils down to fear of the loss of the ego, the sense of self. This, by the way, is why every single physical yoga class, no matter what the style, ends in shavasana. Shavasana is actually translates as corpse pose. And it's because when you are practicing, at the end of your practice, no matter the style, the idea is to recognize that this physicality, this is going to die. This is not who you are. This is not your nature. Remember avidya, the ignorance of who you are? This is not who you are. And so every yoga practice ends with you in shavasana, in corpse pose. And the whole idea when you are in shavasana is that you are to practice dying. You are to really and truly practice the idea that you're not getting up off that mat. You're not going home. You're not seeing your family. You're not seeing your friends. Everything you own. Nothing comes with you. It goes. And it's going to happen right now. You practice that right now. So that at the moment of death, you can step into that state. You can let go. So these are the 5 root causes of suffering. Ignorance, egoism, attachment to things that you deem pleasant, aversion to things you deem unpleasant, and the clinging to life, or fear of death. So one of the things I would sort of challenge you to do for yourself is when you are suffering, I'd like you to see if you can stop and see the root causes at play for you in that moment. What's at play? What's driving your suffering at that moment? It'll be eye-opening. I hope you found it helpful and interesting, everyone. It's always a pleasure to have you here. If you've got questions or comments, please do add them into the comment section, okay? Share and like the video. We're always thrilled when you share the video because it allows us to reach others and to spread yoga philosophy and to essentially help to decrease suffering in the world around us. You can go ahead as well and join us in the RDY Self-Mastery group, which is attached to the Red Door Yoga Facebook page. And if you would like to join us for our mentorship program, where we will actually be supporting you through this, and you'll have a community, we'll be doing homework with one another, I'll be giving you feedback along the way. If you'd like to join us for that, go to the masterfulpath.com. If the doors are open, you can join us. I'd be happy to have you in the program. And if the doors are closed, just add yourself to the wait list. And as soon as the doors open, I will let you know. Okay? Thank you for joining me, everyone. Have a wonderful rest of your day, wherever and whenever you are. And we'll see you again online very, very soon. Namaste.